9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Hello. How are you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, today we are going to be using the Total Tactics tester on Bring Your Tactics. I received 3 tactics. I asked for them on Twitter. Of course, we will also be using tactics that are submitted on Discord as well. And if you want me to take a look at them, the guys on Discord, you know where the links are. So you just pop them in and we'll try those tactics out. Now, the plan is this. The Total Tactics tester is meant to give you a snapshot of how your tactic plays. Now, it won't tell you what role to change to. Now, that doesn't happen again. Yeah, it doesn't rate your roles. No. I don't believe in that as well. We just want to make things, we just want to keep things as simple as possible. Play the tactic. Does it do it? Does it work? That's all I would want to know. Right? So we want to do it in a realistic setting as well. So we don't change any of the attributes. Yeah. We do give Napoli a few more players so that we can try tactics out with them. What's the point if, you know, they only have 2 defenders and you want to try a 3-man defense? That doesn't work, right? So yeah, we have a few. All right. So those are the few things that we want to focus on. So what are we going to do today? What I'm going to do, I've got some of your tactics in the house. We're just going to switch over. Now, this is the total. I'm going to do it like a new person, right? Hey, I'm going to the website for Discord for the first time. What is this nonsense? Who is this idiot who wrote this thing? I mean, yeah. What's all this? Can I use this? What? I can't use this for a long-term save? Why? I mean, this is like the best league in the world. All the best teams are going to be there. No, you can't. It's only for 1 season, right? Otherwise, you're gonna have issues with the transfer market. Okay, all right. So we download the tactic. Oh, it's taking me to a new site. Where's the download link? There's no download link. It's over here, far left. Can you see that? Download. The word is download. Oh, it's downloading. Wow, this is fast. This is impressive. Yeah, okay. All right. Enough of talking to myself like I'm an idiot. All right. So now then you go into the game, load the game, and then go to wherever you have your downloads folder. So mine is here. Okay. Or rather, I'll just go downloads here. Downloads. Okay. I mean, it says recent. I don't trust SI. So you load it in like it's the first time. If you go to Bring Your Tactics, the channel on Bring Your Tactics, yeah, that's on our Discord, not the Total Tactics Discord. That's for the Bustthenet Discord. The Total Tactics Discord is not my Discord. I just help to moderate. That's about it. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a few tactics. Okay, so today we got a tactic or 2. All right, so we've got all these managers here. We got 4 managers. Wow. Okay, well, we got 4 managers. All right, we come in here. So the leagues in focus will tell you all the leagues. You got elite, you got balance, you got average, you got underdog, right? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna pop in a tactic someone sent me. Okay. Bring your tactics. No, it's not here. Is it this one? Oh yeah, this is the one. Okay. So this is the one I did the show on, and then after I came up with some stupid tactics. I came up with this really ridiculous tactic. There's no defend duties because somebody started a conversation on another channel, and I was listening to what he was saying, and so I decided, why don't I try one as well? And it actually works. There are no defend duties, no support duties. They're all attacking duties. Crazy. The tactic actually works. So insane tactics might work. Okay, so here we go. This is your 4-3-3. So we got the 4-3-3 loaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to quick pick. Now, there's an easy way of doing this, right? So let's say you have a very specific requirement. Only you know. I have no clue. Okay, I have absolutely no clue what your specific requirement is. Maybe you might. So if you have a specific requirement for certain players, this is the time to do it. Now, I'm not going to look at any of the PIs and TIs. I don't want to predispose myself to something. Then go to the... Then what you can do is you go to the next manager. All right. Again, go to tactics. Load this tactic in. No, this is my tactics. Those are all mine. Okay, we come in here. 4-3-3. Quick pick. Yay. Go to the next manager. Tactics. Load tactic. 4-3-3. Load. This is HC16's tactic, right? Okay, then we go to the last tactic. Tactic. Right? We've done this already. One of them is missing. Got one here. One here. I'm just checking everything. You want to check that all your tactics are in. Oh, yeah, this guy doesn't have a tactic. All right. So we come in here. We give this guy a tactic. So not all of them are happy. Quick, set all the quick picks up. All right, quick pick everybody. I rather, like, when I test my tactics, right, I'm actually very specific about where people are playing. Yeah. And then if you are like super specific, there's something else you can do as well. I'll show it to you. So now save the game. At this point in time, you want to save the game. Okay, BYT test. I'm just going to call this BYT. It's probably going to be the downloads folder. So save the file. Okay, you've done that. Now you go to holiday. Yeah, did you notice we don't talk to the press? We don't do any of that stuff. Yeah, because it's meant to be simple. Right. Okay, so choose and then go to... Of course, there's several ways you can test it. You can test it for a month if you're the kind of person that just wants a quick burn. You know, you just want to see what it's like. Or you can test it for the whole season. Now, the reason why we do this is because they will play the same team about 4 times. That gives us a better spread. When you play the same team twice or once, it doesn't give you enough of a statistical variance for you to come to some kind of a conclusion. So May 13. So we do the first one. Of course, if you are very specific, you choose this option here. Okay, so we go on holiday for this first guy. Then we go holiday for the next one. We go to May 13. Then we go on holiday for the next one. And then we go on holiday for the final one. And then there we go. They're on holiday. At this point in time, I would suggest you go make coffee. Hey, make coffee for yourself. Go have a fight. Go burn the house down. Whatever. Do whatever makes you happy, right? Okay? Right? Just go have fun, right? After you have fun, you know, come back, do your own thing, yeah? So what we're going to do is while this thing is going on, because obviously we're not going to sit down here and just stare at a screen that's turning. Yeah, what we want to do is talk about epics. Okay, Chelsea versus Real Madrid. No, where is it? The other way around, right? Holy cow. That was a match and a half, man, last night. It was crazy. This match went to I mean, like, you know, look at this. 5-4 aggregate squad. 5-4 aggregate score. Chelsea played really well. I mean, for 80 minutes. Don't get me wrong. I think I felt bad for Chelsea. It was as if, right, at the Bernabeu, right, they buried the Champions League trophy. They put they've put the souls of former Champions League winners. They've got a crypt below the stadium. Like some kind of magical powers are at the Bernabeu. Because there is no way. To any person watching the game last night, all right, Chelsea deserved to win. I mean, for 80 minutes, you're sitting there going, man, Chelsea is going through. They're going to be the only team other than United to have overturned the 2-0 deficit in the Champions League away from home. There were some magical moments from Real Madrid. It was just unbelievable. It was just an unbelievable day for Chelsea fans. I mean, Benzema scoring the winner at the end. That pass from Modric or rather. It was just an amazing game. I feel sorry for Chelsea. But, you know, at the end of the day, the question is, you got to feel for... I thought they were out a few times this season in the Champions League, right? You see, it's like, it's crazy, right? I never thought, right, that Chelsea, I mean, I have not expected to see Real Madrid. I mean, Real Madrid have been playing well. Look, you gotta respect Real Madrid. They are not as, like, they're coached by Ancelotti, okay? Not that Ancelotti is the world's greatest coach, but he is a coach of some, you know, you gotta recognize him as a very good coach. But it's just unbelievable. They've gone into the last 4. I'm still struggling to understand the scoreline. But then, somehow or another, the Spanish side came back. It's unbelievable. This scoreline. I'm still sitting here wondering what kind of magical stuff they're doing, man. Had one eye on the match and one eye on the network save with some friends. Yeah, it was unbelievable, this game. I mean, my wife was asking me why I was tossing and turning like a possessed man, right, in the morning, you know? Because apparently I couldn't sleep very well because I was tossing and turning like somebody possessed this morning. So she was going, what? Because I was kicking in the sleep, because I was just imagining myself in the stadium playing the game. So it's crazy. And speaking about crazy things that are happening, okay, how about this? According to the Mirror, okay, according to the Mirror, Paul Pogba is going to be offered a £500,000 a week contract. Okay, so this is the story. Okay. So essentially, there are rumors. They started with the Mirror, right? Okay, £500,000 a week. He has said, Paul Pogba says it's garbage. Okay, all right. He doesn't believe that to be the case. But thing is this: how do rumors get started? Why do rumors get started? So who would stand to benefit from starting a rumor? Okay. Now, we know that Paul Pogba has been very inconsistent at Manchester United. There's no question about that. There's no denying that, right? He is the most inconsistent big money signing that United has made. I mean, apart from, maybe Harry Maguire belongs in that category. But I've always said this about Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire needs fast players around him, fast defenders, and a DM. I mean, it's not like Harry can do all the defending alone. And you do the same thing to Liverpool. You take out Fabinho. Virgil van Dijk is a duck out of water. Water. Yeah, he's going to screw up as well. He's going to make mistakes. So when you look at United, they don't really have that kind of protection, right? So yeah. But Paul Pogba, man, for one thing, I won't put it past the powers that be at United to want to hang on to him. I mean, he's been there that long already. So he's gonna go away on a free. United has issues at home right now. They're going to have a lot of problems the next couple of months, and I don't think the solution is going to be Erik ten Hag. The solution is a new owner. That's how I see it. Of course, the media will benefit, and I think this was generated purely by the media. Speaking of generating stories, there's another one I want to share with you. Okay? This one. Okay, guys. He is currently one of the hottest properties in Europe at the moment, the Benfica striker Darwin Núñez, right? Now, he is a target of a few clubs. And he has just changed agents. And he's chosen, I can't remember, was it Hoge? I can't remember his full name. And all I remember is this agent is a shark. He's a big, contract guy. You know, he handles moving players to big clubs. So Darwin Núñez from Benfica could be heading to a bigger club this season. In the next transfer window. So keep your eye out on this player, because I know that there are several clubs interested in his signature. He is going to be somebody you want to keep track of. Speaking of which, now let's whoa. Okay. Hey, Santiago Pedrosa, how are you, man? Okay, so let's take a look at where we sit with the simulation. The simulation currently It's in December. Now you can see you're 4th in the average teams league. Well, we'll carry on. We'll carry on. Chill out. Let's see if we've got... I've got one more tactic. Then I'm going to go to Dropbox and see whether or not we've... any tactics from the guys in Discord as well. We'll do a few today. Not too many. Where did I... Oh, it's file request, idiot. Sorry. BYT... No. It's the BYT Discord, this one. Okay, we've got... Today is a... Wow, we've got 3 tactics in already? That was fast. You guys don't give me any breathing room, do you? Got 3 more here. Alright. Hey, Jahid, how are you, man? Okay, so that's it. I mean, like, there's plenty of footballing news that we can talk about. So, alright, first up. Who do you think is going to lift the Champions League this season? Your Champions League contenders. I believe the Champions League semi-finals. Champions League semi-final draw, guys. Man City will play Real Madrid. Liverpool could play Villarreal. Now, for Spanish football fans, Villarreal's emergence is going to be quite sentimental. Do you think Man City is going to win this? Okay, Man City. You think Man City is going to win the Champions League? Okay, all right. I'm going to say this, right? Okay, I'm going to say this. This is going to sound really crazy. Okay, but look, after the magical Houdini work at Santiago Bernabeu last night, I think that Man City will lose to Real Madrid. It's crazy, but Real Madrid have this incredible chance of going all the way. I mean, it's some kind of like magical run that they're on. They were supposed to be knocked out by PSG. They came back up. They're supposed to be knocked out by Chelsea. They came out of that. Something tells me Real Madrid will play Liverpool in the final. Real Madrid is going to play Liverpool. Yeah. I expect Liverpool to beat Villarreal. I suspect that will be the case. Or, yeah, it could be a very sad final. Real Madrid versus Villarreal. After all the money and all the hype, we get 2 Spanish sides in the final. All right. Where is our simulation? There we go. Our simulation right now is reaching February. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to give the tactics tester the chance to simulate, right? So it will simulate all the way. And then once it's finished the simulation, we'll be able to tell, right? We'll have a quick look at the tactics. Not long. It's February already. And each simulation takes about, depends on your rig, right? For me, my machine takes about 15 minutes. They have Real Madrid I agree. I think Real Madrid could still win this because they have a manager and players who have actually won the title before. Yep. Agreed. I think I have a feeling it's going to be... I have a bad feeling, right? Real Madrid are going to go all the way with this. I don't know, but maybe... Could it be that somebody jinxed... I don't know. I don't think... Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Pep Guardiola has not won this since he's left Barcelona, right? He has not won the Champions League outside of managing in Spain, right? If I'm not mistaken, no. It's his personal chip on the shoulder. The only chance they sniff the final is if Atletico knocks out City tonight. Atletico knocking out City. Pretty crazy. So looking at, I can see right at the bottom here. Average league, look at that. You see your tactic, right? If it's going to be good. This tactics tester is not meant to assess. It doesn't, you don't use a tactics tester. I mean, you could theoretically create a tactic that wins everything. It's possible. I've come close. I've won the elite. I've won the balance. I've won the underdog, but I lost one of the leagues. Okay. Theoretically, you could come up with a really, really good tactic, which is like a super tactic. But it's very difficult. So how you should use this tester is very simple. You should use it to give you an idea of how your tactic does against different levels of competition. That's it at the end of the day. You're not supposed to go out there and go like, oh, what's wrong with my tactic? It can only beat the underdogs. If you can only beat the underdogs, then your tactic isn't very good, because you should be able to give your tactic has to beat the underdogs. That's it. That's you're beating teams that are weaker than you, right? And your tactic should also endeavor to beat every team in the average teams league. Those are teams that are of similar stature to you. And then finally, if your tactic is good in the balanced league, your tactic will finish in the top 2, because then it will be a tactic that is good enough to win a league title and good enough to finish second. Now, if it finishes second, then chances are you probably need better players, because Napoli doesn't have the best. We made sure that we didn't create a custom league where Napoli was gifted the best players. Then it doesn't make any sense. There's no way for you to test the standards between. 15 minutes only. Yeah, my CPU. It's not long. I just go make coffee and come back and it's done. Right. So we started this. It's like, we started chit chatting. It's already 15 minutes. It's finished the sim. It's almost finished the sim. Just got 2 more days left. It stops on the 13th. So what we'll do is we save this tactic, right? Okay, then we look at the results. Look at this. Okay, so the tactic on the whole is not bad, right? It finished second in the balance league. This is where we check. So it didn't do too well. It's a pretty decent tactic. You shouldn't change this, right? It did well. It managed to beat all the weaker teams. All right, so that's not too bad. Goal difference here, 57. Okay. All right, you don't concede many goals against the bottom clubs. And then here against all the average teams. Now this is where you might have an issue. So when I look at this tactic, I think that to get a bit oomph from this tactic, you need to be a bit more aggressive against teams of a similar stature, because you lost 10 games. All right. So if we go to the average teams league and then we look at the schedule, this is all the, oh no, it's not average. We go to the manager who's average. I think this is the average. Yeah. Then we go to the schedule. Then we look at some of these results here. Yeah, against Bayer Leverkusen, Villarreal. There are a lot of draws. He drew against Leicester, drew against Benfica, drew against Lazio, drew against Arsenal, drew against Lazio. I mean, here, you need to do a bit of a... See, look at the XG alone. It doesn't push. You need to be a bit more aggressive against some teams that are of a similar stature. Then what I would suggest is going to different games, right? You have to have a slightly different setup, and you can do this very easily with team instructions. So what we're going to go is we're going to load this game now. We're going to go to my Palermo. Say, please don't go to Palermo. Don't make Palermo into a problem. Okay. Let's find some other save. I think I have some others. BYT test. No, this is not it. Where is my save that is got to do with bring your tactics Olympic master? There we go. I've had a lot. I won the balance league a few times. Yeah, you can win the balance league. We've done it already. What's this? Oh, this is sorry. Okay, this is I don't know who. Okay, we're gonna clear this tactic. So we're gonna load your tactic now and talk about the tactic. Okay. So this is your tactic. So looking at this tactic, okay, it's not bad, but it's not very aggressive, right? You got a DLP, you got this guy making runs, you got a winger giving you width, you got this guy going this way. Now, and it's got pass into space. So this is probably the weakness of this tactic. So what I would do with this tactic, okay, is I'm going to load another tactic here. I'm going to, the same tactic that you have, okay. And another one here. Okay. Okay, we got 3 versions of the same tactic. But looking at this tactic, what's wrong with this? This is a bit aggressive, right? So we got low player defense, low crosses, right defense, work ball into box, higher tempo. Okay, let's do 3 versions of the same tactic, but just use team instructions to make a change. Okay, we're gonna remove this, right? All right, we're gonna go a bit wider, direct, slower tempo, remove work ball into box. Okay, take off counter press. This can actually be a starting setup for your tactic. Okay, minimize. This can be your starting setup for your tactic. It's a very simple setup, right? You don't, for some of your games when you start the match, you don't need to make too many aggressive changes. Yeah, standard higher. I would drop this a notch. Remove the prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. Allow teams to come play against your team. So you can start matches like this. If you want to chase a game, you can do this. This could be when you chase the game, right? Now, then, if you want to play against, you can also do this as well. Okay. Here you got fullback on support here. This guy might be a bit far, right? Might be far. But what we can do is we can use this area here. No, then you'd have to flip. No. We'll flip this. We'll put a winger here and the inside forward attack here. Okay, what I have now is a slightly different setup. Wait, let me see. Winger going this way gives us width. And then when he goes there, we get this group. Okay. This is another this is another version. So what you could end up doing is this. You can have like a underlap, right? So this guy is going to push forward. This player will hold up the ball. As he holds up the ball, you can take advantage of this guy's inside running. And then if your player gets to this position, right, you can do an early cross to this position. So you do the early cross. Dribble less. Play on a standard tempo. These guys are going to give you the width. This guy pushes up the pitch here. And then when you get the ball to this position, they look to do a diagonal. He is going to take it down the line. Right, when anybody crosses the ball, he's going to have this guy and this guy attacking the ball. So there are several ways you can set it up. Your original tactic isn't that bad. You just need to have an option when you're playing away from home. See, the thing is, that's one of the reasons why we have the tactics tester, because you can get different results with the same tactic, but by using certain team instructions. How do you know if you're being too aggressive or too passive? That's a very strange question. Basically, you've got roles that are a bit more aggressive. Fullbacks are very good roles because they usually look inside to make the pass. They don't just blindly run down the flanks, right? They don't run down the flanks. Okay, so let's try this tactic out, right? Okay, let's just play this for a while. And so what we want to do is we want to create certain changes, right? So we've created we've done the simulation, right? So we're gonna go to a game and then we'll just try to make sure. I mean, if you're too aggressive or too passive, is basically your first up is your mentality and the roles that you're using. So if you're like got a lot of players on attack duties, you could be quite aggressive. And if your tempo is very high, yeah. Okay, so what we got is we got these 3 versions right now. Okay, we got this version, which is what we're gonna start with. Okay, underlap. Then we got width coming from these guys, and then we got this version. I mean, both these versions can be used okay, we're gonna use this version to start the game with. Okay, both the versions can work. I mean, here I'm just gonna try. Yeah, we'll just use both versions. Oh no, the bot has asked me to meet them. I better go. Because every time I don't go and see the bot, right, this guy says they fire me. Did you hear the sound? That was thunder and lightning. Okay, so no, let's go and just randomly pick a bunch of players. I have no idea who we picked. Huh? Just randomly pick some bunch because you just want to see the transitions. Okay. So this is a great way for you to test your tactics. Use the total tactics tester to see how your tactic plays out. Okay, so we go to extended highlights. What we want to see, Okay, we've already got a corner. What I want to pay attention to is things like statistics, because we want to control the game. We want to try. I haven't looked at your PIs and your TIs yet. I'm assuming, that you know what you're doing with your PIs and TIs. No, it's simple, right? There's a lot of control in the game. We're not overcommitting our players, right? And they picked up. This is just a control setup, right? There's this thing about people wanting to believing that you need to use all this. Okay, let's just not use them at all. There's nothing wrong. In fact, if you want to control and suss out a match, don't use any of them. You're fine. You don't have to. Nobody said you should. You can play really good games without using the less TIs you use, the more control you're going to have in your games. Mark my words. Especially if you want to set up a controlling, like a tactic that just like doesn't overexert. You just want to be patient. You want to control the game. Then don't use counter press. Don't use counter. Both of them. Don't use them. You want to, what we're doing to control this match is very simple. We're using width and direct passing. We're playing on a standard tempo. We're not rushing the game. We're playing a suitable tempo for our mentality as well. So it's a very simple setup, right, that you can do. And this is your tactic with the tweaks we apply after going to the total tactics tester. Because if you go to when we went to the total tactics tester, the weakness of this team wasn't against the underdogs, because against the underdogs, you seem to be okay as well. It was actually against teams of a similar stature and teams that are better than you. So what we want to do is now we want to create a system of play that you can use against teams that are of a similar stature against yours. And you can also use the same setup against teams that are better than you. Okay, so all right, so this is against teams, right? So now, and if you set this tactic up like that, you're probably gonna play really well even against what is it? Yeah, I mean, you should play very well. I mean, I don't see a reason why you won't. Okay, now let's go to this. This is slightly different. This is a lot more aggressive. It's got underlap. It's got counter press, counter. Here, probably we'll go all the way. We use this. I'm not a big fan of this instruction, right? But now if I'm going to be playing so high up the pitch, I'm going to add the prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. So generally, I find that if you have a tool like this, makes your it should make it easier for you to create tactics, or rather, understand your tactical system. Now we have counter press and counter. It makes it a bit more crazy, this tactic, because now they're gonna whatever chance they get, they're gonna just try to move the ball up. Like now they've won the ball back, they're looking to counter straight away, right? Okay, then notice, right? That's the first time they actually missed. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this one now. This doesn't have any of that. Tempo is standard. Because with the other tactic, it can be with the one that I just created, underlap, that's a bit more aggressive. So that's all you need to do now with your tactics. Okay. Now, what if you are leading and you just, you want to make sure that you want to hold on to the lead? I know a lot of people don't like doing this, but there's something to be said about playing counter without pressing intensity. You can actually play a really good counter-attacking game like this. Now I need to see your PS and TS. Okay. Tackle harder. No. Okay. Go counter. No play out defense. Hit the early cross. Pass into space. Distribution, we don't distribute to anybody in particular. We let the keeper do it, the decisions. Much less often. Okay, we do this. Force the opposition inside. And we'll hold our position. Lower defensive line. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna allow the other team to try and break us down. So we don't move out of position too aggressively. In fact, you can actually change this to counter. This is how I play counter-attacking football. I don't know why this thing does it. Oh yeah, this is the SI's UI, right? What annoying things about SI's UI. So you see this, how they're holding their positions? They're not pressing. So you got all the players back forming the lines. They're not breaking out. You see? They're holding their position. They're holding their position. I mean, yeah, that guy was offside. So they have to the team has to actually work the opportunities now against your team. All right. Bang. And then but again, you see? The pressing is still quite good, right? They hold their position. See that? Look at this player. Don't look at all the other players. Look at these players, right? Look at how they hold their positions, covering the lines, right? They track. So when that player gets the ball, they're still in position. Now that is your stay wider instruction, the one that you have as a PI. So whoever sent me is like, hey, C16, this is your tactic. So that's the reason why he's out there. So that's it. You can actually play like this even. Yeah. So we're gonna go on key highlights. And all you do is you just hold your position, let them attack you. Let them get tired. Then you pass into space, pull them apart, and create goal scoring opportunities for yourself. Counter-attacking football. This is how you play counter. I mean, this is one way. Of course, there are other ways of doing it. You can, of course, play it like this. There's nothing wrong with doing this as well. But it's a bit more... They pull out a bit too much sometimes. And I've seen people recommend this. I don't do this. This is a very, very small block. So normally the smaller the block, the less I like to do this. You can basically anything between 0 and 50% is just nice. This is perfect counter-attacking. You set yourself up to play a very simple counter-attacking game. That's it. You don't go past the 50% mark. You just stay between 0 to 50%. The more confident you are, the lower you can be. Especially if your boys are relatively good positioning and anticipation. So, if your tactic is good and he's won the Balance League, right? Or is doing quite well against the Balance League, for example, right? Okay, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you understand where it's not performing really well. So your tactic wasn't performing very well against teams of a similar stature and teams that are stronger than you. So what you have to do is you have to learn how to use team instructions with your existing tactic in ways that allow you to play against these sides without giving up too much of your style of football. And all you need to do is simplify the way you use team instructions. That's it. Because this tactic is fundamentally quite sound. Oh, we conceded 1 goal. But that was definitely a blinder, man. I mean, look at this. He took a shot from nowhere. Right. Got up the pitch. This guy's striking him. And then bang from here. That was a great goal. Okay. What we'll do next is we'll holiday mode to the next match. And then we'll take a look at the next tactic. If the block is small but you're down 1 man, then a slightly higher press than usual works, right? I never play on a... If I'm playing with a small block like that, right? I never play on a higher press. I've never played on a higher press. I think that's more dangerous than a press that is lower. I prefer playing a zero, like a normal press or less press, because your players are still gonna press, right? They're still gonna put pressure on the opposing side when they get into their zones. That's it. So why do I want them to step out too early? I'm willing to let the opposition play the ball, try to get around us. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so now we save this game here. All right, we go to the next. We load the thing back again. Total Tactics, 2nd August. We come back to this file. And then we go inside here. We start loading the next set of tactics. Okay, so we load. I think we got another tactic in here. Modena. It's another 4-2-3. Okay, I see a small couple of notes there, so we will read that. I want interchanging more 5 vertical channel attack Russell Jeep. Currently uses that as a review. Basically, let us put it this way: a 5 vertical channel attack with a 4-3-3 means these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all on attacking duty. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them are on attacking duty. That's how you're gonna get a 5 channel attack. You're not gonna get a 5 channel attack like this. This means that you're a very good team camping in the opponent's third. So let's test this tactic out, right? So first, let's see how decent this tactic is. A 5 channel attack with a 4-3-3 is not easy, especially if you're in the lower reaches. But let's see if this tactic is any good, because by looking at the tactic alone, I think this tactic is semi-decent. You don't need to make any changes. All you need are better players. That's it. Shorter passing, maybe take out the low crosses. You can play on standard tempo. I probably wouldn't use shorter passing. Yeah, I probably use standard passing. Yeah, you don't need shorter passing, especially if you're in the lower leagues. Not because your players can't pass it short or whatever, but because in the lower leagues, the teams aren't that good, right? So their attributes aren't very good. So when you play direct passes, you take advantage of the fact that their first touch might be poor. Then you can, they get a poor first touch. Your player is faster because of the ball, and you go attack the team. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're not gonna. Part of me doesn't want to simulate the entire season, but we'll try. We'll simulate as much as we can. Okay, what am I doing here? Why am I wasting time? Okay, quick pick this. Tactic, quick pick. Okay, done. Tactic, quick pick. Okay, done. So we save this game again. I think Sim2, I'll call this. Then same thing. Holiday all the way. See how your tactic plays. So these are the 2 tactics I asked you guys to send in. I put it out in the YouTube comments, right? I tweeted about it as well. So I asked you guys, whoever, and there was a window, right? Only 2 days for you to send in these tactics to the wider community. So you guys sent in I received 3 tactics. One of those tactics was featured on the show, the Total Tactics tester, because that's when I tested that tactic out on the show itself, where I tested that tactic, and then after that, what I did was I created a different version, right? And then we tested that one out. So ideally, this should be this is a simulated league, man. Simulated Ash. It's a tester. It's something I created with the help of a couple of friends to help you guys test your tactics, right? So this is not meant to be it's meant to be a simulation where we would see how that one team would perform against 4 different types of competition. Because when you play the game of Football Manager, you are going to meet different kinds of teams. Teams that you can beat, teams that are stronger than you, teams that you should be beating, and teams that are, you don't know. It's a 50-50. So we created 4 leagues, just like that. So you can see whether your system is good enough, right, against different kinds of competition. That's it. It's just, do you know how we used to make super tactics in the past? Exactly like that. How do you think people like me managed to get so many tactics out at one point? Like if I wanted to spit out 100 tactics, this is exactly what I used to do. But in the old days, I'd have them running on 4 machines. Today I don't. Today I don't have the time to run it on 4 machines. 2 of my machines have been hijacked by my kids. So the solution was to create a similar thing, but this time it was my gift to the community, man. So now you guys can go out there and do it yourselves. And some of you have come up with some sensational tactics as a result. Yeah. It's going to be a simple way for you to find out your tactic instead of going to, yeah. And there's no, we don't do things like, I don't do things like, what's the word for it? Huh? We don't change players' attributes as well. So it's realistic conditions in the game. That's it. Apart from the fact that there's one team that we've cloned. We've created a clone of a team. I mean, you'll find Liverpool in 2 leagues as well, not just one team. Liverpool are in 2 leagues. They're in the Elite League and they're also in the Balance League. So we have created this alternate. I brought to you 4 parallel universes. It can only be done in the game of Football Manager. So yeah. What are some changes to team instructions that can be made when facing teams of similar or higher quality? Basically, okay, let's just keep team instructions very simple, right? Okay. Now, pass into space is an attacking team instruction that you play with a mid block with hit early cross. Just remember that. So, you want to draw a team out, you want to control the game, don't play counter press, don't play counter. Great way to start a game. Who says you need to play counter press? Who says you need to play counter? You don't need to. You keep the ball, you're controlling the game, right? Okay. Because the team is still going to counter press or counter even if you don't have them on, but they don't do it every time, right? They do it when maybe there's a loose first touch, they counter press straight away and they try to win and the boys attack. So what you're doing is in a way, a bit better. Okay. Then you play wider, play with direct passing. You can play our defense. That's it. You can start the match with a team that is of similar quality. You can do that to control the game. Now, if you're playing a team against a team that's a much higher quality, maybe you want to control your passing. So you play on standard passing, standard width. You keep it on a standard tempo as well. And then you play with shorter to standard passing. You just keep it relatively simple when you're moving the ball around, right? The thing is, people need to learn how to play with minimal team instructions. That's the problem, right? I see that. I'm going to do a video on minimalism, right? There's a lot of tactics that have got every single team instruction loaded. And sometimes I find that the default tactics that SI have, right, they've got way too many team instructions. I mean, like, I never understood the need to have like so many team instructions at all. Like, you don't need them. Like, for example, if you don't even, there are a lot of games where you don't need offside trap. There are a lot of, like, if you're playing against a very good team, why would you want to prevent short goalkeeper distribution? Like, if you're playing against a very, very good team, you never play with prevent short goalkeeper distribution. You take it off, right? Then the other thing you want to do is you want to like, if you are, play direct. You can play wide. And you can play pass into space if you want to hit them on the counter. You can play a mid block. Simple. Keep it relatively simple, man. If you want to play one, that's WC47. That's a style that you like, and that's what you want to do, right? Yeah. So if you want to play one-touch football, one-touch passing, that's your style that you want to put into the game and you want to try. But if you want to play that kind of a style of football, then you need the players for it. Just because you want that style doesn't mean the players can do it. I have got a lot of tactics where I play one-touch football. I've got one tactic where I replicated Arsenal, the Invincibles of Arsenal. I love the tactic. I need very good players for that kind of system because I need them to be able to keep the ball moving in the final third with one-touch passing without losing the ball. And I need players who can pull that off. And higher tempo is not necessarily like when you play a higher tempo, you're asking everything to be done quickly, right? So then if you don't have the attributes like first touch, balance, agility, composure, anticipation, you can struggle. Yeah, so that's something that we should bear in mind. So we're already in December, man. That's fast. So let's go check out. So let's go and see this new Discord. Oh, quite a lot of people are joining this Discord, man. It's crazy. Look at that, man. That's a lot of people joining the Discord, man. I don't know, man. Like what we've got right now. We've got 94, 121 people that joined the Discord so far. And then the good thing is that the tactical discussions and people are sharing tactics as well. See this? So everybody's like, look, he's got Napoli finishing third, 63. I mean, I can barely see the thing myself. Okay, he's got Napoli finished 63. This is actually a good sim. Then he's got here Napoli 81, 91. This is not bad. Balanced league, just has to improve. I mean, his tactic as it is, right? I wouldn't change his tactic one bit. Right. This is like my 4-3-1-2. I've got a 4-3-1-2 that plays like that. Very aggressive. Target forward, CM attack. Yep. Simplicity. There's not too many team instructions here as well. Look at that. Focus play, remember, higher tempo, fairly narrow. Doesn't press too much. And then there's all people are having discussions and sharing. That's your tactic. I submitted a tactic. The FM21 BYT this. Yeah, that's the one, correct. This is your tactic, WP. This is a very nice tactic. Target forward, advance forward, AM through the middle, CM attack, CM supports, ball winning midfield. It's simple. It's very similar to something that I played in FM16, man. Then we got this one. What do I think of this tactic? Okay, shorter pass, simpler defense. You don't need low crosses. Okay, work ball to box overlap. This is very aggressive. This is like I want to take the game to the opposition kind of setup, right? You'll do well against underdogs, maybe even balanced opposition. It's very nice against those teams. But against teams that are better than you, you could struggle. Inverted wingback coming inside here with the Mazzala. Mazzala comes out. This Mazzala is going to try and cross from this position. Because the Mazzala is going to try from this position, the inside forward attack is a very good option. So this is actually semi-decent. I don't mind this tactic. Although I would change this guy to a winger instead of inside forward. Because you've got half space operator, and half space operator. All these players are going to cramp each other's style. What you want this guy to do is give you the width. So he draws one fullback away, giving the Mazzala more time on the ball. So the inverted wingback comes inside here. The Mazzala operates in this section. The winger is going to attract another player. The Mazzala gets more space. The Mazzala makes those passes into this area. That attack will be very sweet. So yeah, keep it simple, right? So low crosses do cutbacks. In this particular case, we want mixed crosses because you want some crosses that are whipped as well, whipped to this area of the pitch, and that the Mazzala can do. F9 inside forward, Mazzala, Carrillo. This is two half space operators, right? So it does mean that this area of the pitch is a bit vulnerable when you use a car, right? Carrillos do make this side of the pitch. Like car goes here, Maz goes here, right? So what actually happens is the halfback is going, hey, I'm here. Who's in the center? So some formations are gonna take this apart very quickly. They're going to take this apart very, very quickly. That will complete disaster. I'm going to try with the right winger. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. I forgot. My screen is a bit white. All right. Yeah, okay. So I was just sharing these tactics. This is nice. This is nice from the community. It's in a total Discord. This is, I don't know whose tactic. Brahma's tactic. It needs a winger, actually. This tactic of his needs a winger, man. Because if you play a Mazzala and a okay, this is not bad. This is quite decent. I like this tactic. Fullback. In fact, I wouldn't use wingbacks. I'll use fullbacks because the fullback Mazzala here, F9 is dropping deep. When the F9 drops deep, you have to go camping, go ball into box. Right? This is a camping tactic. It only works if you've got very, very good players. But you can turn this into a mid-block tactic. This guy to an advanced forward. Then you got fullback here, Mazzala here, advanced forward here. Now, these three combine to be a very, very good combination. So this one is another one. So we have a lot of tactics coming on the total Discord channel that, you know, so that a lot of people are sharing, which is good. I mean, I did one as well. Like mine is like all the way at the top. Like all the way. Right? I think I was one of the first few, right? So where's mine? I came out with this nonsense, right? 4132. Like, this is my first one, the underdog 4132. Okay. Finish second. All I wanted to do was create an underdog tactic. That means it plays well against top sides. So this is the tactic that I created. And so if you look at the numbers here, so Napoli actually finished second, which is my goal. I just wanted to finish second in the league. Then we have, I think I have another one here. There is one. This is different, right? This is a 4-3-3 that I created. My goal is to make a tactic that I can use for an entire season. That means I autopilot with the tactic. So this tactic is meant to be autopiloted. It won this league. It finished ahead of Liverpool. It beat all the sides that were similar stature and beat all the underdogs. So all I have to do is just create a counter-attacking tactic against top sides and I'll be fine. So that's how I treated it. I think of one more. Oh, this is Coinbird. Everybody's got fascinating tactics. Wait, where's my beast? I got one that's a beast. It won. It came very high. There, this one. Then I created another tactic, which is a bit of a beast, right? Using the same tool. I won here, finished second here, finished third here. This tactic is a bit crazy. It's got 9 attacking duties. I did share it. I haven't shared it with anyone, this tactic. Right. So you can make funky setup, funky tactics if you want to. Just gotta try it out, man. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, if you see underdog teams league, right? When you do attack, you use the tactics tester. Just remember this: you better win the underdog team with your tactic. You should try the endeavor. That's the league that you want to win, right? You can't, if you do a tactics test and then you find that you didn't win the underdog teams league, then your tactic is actually not good enough. So the goal is you want to finish the underdog teams league, you want to finish at least second the balanced teams league, and you want to finish as champion in the average league. Now, if you can achieve all three of those, then don't worry about your tactic. Your tactic is good. All you need is better players, or you need a counter-attacking strategy against top sides. That's it. That's simply put the way to use this. So it's not like you don't have to worry. At a glance, you can tell if your tactic is good or bad, right? I've got a 4-1-3-2, I've got 4-3-1-2. And I used it to make some of my more flamboyant tactics right now in FM22. Yeah. And I've shared it with a few friends as well, who are not content creators, right? But they are pretty involved with the game, right? So. And there we go. We're about to find out the results of this tactic. All right. So what you do is you come in here, go to inbox, go to leagues in focus. So how did this tactic do? All right. Finished third in the balancing. It's not bad, but looking at the situation here, the goal difference is not something that I'm very excited about. 32. Consider a lot of goals. Didn't score a lot. So pretty average. Pretty average performance here because you want to finish the top two. You did kind of, but the gap between you and the top is actually quite far, right? So 6-8, it's not that bad, right? So here, looking at this, right, you get a lot of draws. Okay, now when you look at this is when you get the really good idea, right? See this 12 draws. The tactics tendency is to not push hard enough against teams of a similar stature. So this is something that this tactic needs to address because it does everything very well. So how to improve this tactic? What you want is you want to make it a bit more, you want to control it a bit more. You know that it's decent enough to beat all the weak sides. Look at that. Even against the weak sides, it dropped a lot of points in terms of draws. It had 12 draws. My God. That's a lot of draws, man. Doesn't score a lot of goals against them as well. So, it can afford to be slightly more aggressive. Okay, so looking at this tactic, right? So, this is the tactic itself. What can we do? I mean, this time we're not going to play the thing. We're just going to take a look at the tactic, right? So, let's just Let's just uncheck everything, right? Because it's very annoying. Okay, so we've got positive, we got this. Let's look at this. This is like a mid block. It's not bad, it's pretty good. It's a pretty decent mid block. You're trying to play in this zone and you want to hit sides. Okay, I like the idea. What I don't like is this. When you play in a mid block, you want this guy to go straight for goal. Change him to an advanced forward. Simple fix. Change it to an advanced forward. Now what you've got is, you've got this guy going for goal. Now the thing about mid blocks is this. You got to draw teams in and you want to attack them over the top, right? So you got wing back, you got a full back. Here, the question is, well, maybe this role should be a Mazala. Okay. He comes into the half space. Together with him, turn this guy to a winger. Okay. So you got now a fullback, a Mazala, and a winger. What's going to happen is you're going to create a dynamic on this side of the pitch where they are going to look to release him. So you got a very, very good combination here. This is perhaps the best combination in the game currently. Okay, so between these three roles, they were going to release him to go for goal. Now here we've got a central midfielder and an inside forward. We got DM, wingback and support. Simple things. We're going to remove this, play mixed crosses, because you're not playing a game where you are going camping in the opposition third. So this could be your mid-block system, right? It's a mid-block system that you can play against both sides. Now, what you can do against sides that are if they're weaker than you, you don't feel like giving up too many opportunities, right? So you're drawing teams in and you're hitting them. That's what you're doing. Let's look at your PIs. Okay, you don't have any PIs, that's fine. Huh? Mark, why do you want to mark tighter? Okay, let's tackle. Okay, I mean, you can mark tighter. There's nothing wrong with that. What mark tighter would do is, as these guys press, these guys are marking the player. So what you want to do with these guys is actually tackle harder. So they tackle harder. There's no need to roam from position. Don't do that. Okay. So this guy also tackles harder. So they are gonna do the initial press. Then the rest of the team marks tight. Right? So all these players can mark tight, mark tight, mark tight, mark tight. You go for the second ball. So you've got something, you can do it like this. That's it. Why? Okay, fairly narrow just tells them to look inside for the passes. Alright, so I will probably just go like this. Okay, in possession can be something simple. Roll out, distribute. Yeah, this could be a mid block that you can set up for most teams. Just keep it simple, right? Wingback is very aggressive. He's going to get up the pitch. I mean, it's a nice dynamic because you are basically using this player to help you. What you want to do with him is try to sit narrower. The reason why is so that these guys can go in and help you defend. I mean, when he sits narrower, when you lose the ball, he's not the first to go out there and, engage with the opposition. So you've got this setup. This can be one setup. So this, you can use this now as a starting tactic, right? Okay. Now, let's say you want to play against teams of a similar stature. You can just go do this. Okay. High defensive line can prevent short goalkeeper distribution now. So now you're playing higher up the pitch. You can have a counter on, or you can just leave it, right? You can counter press, can do counter. It's up to you. But counter press opens these four players up. Sometimes you don't need this. Okay, so you can leave it like that. In possession, you don't need any other in possession shots because you're gonna have these guys pushing, right? So you're basically the reason why it's an advanced forward is they actually go to the channels. This guy can also be a pressing forward as well. So these are the two roles. Advanced forward will attack the channels. Pressing forward will also attack the channels, but this guy is very aggressive, which is good. Now, yeah, you can set it up like this as well. You can be more disciplined and dribble less. And you can actually play like this if you're not the sort to want to take too many chances against sides. So you can actually, this is not a bad setup for any kind of a team right now. And you can take the game to opposition teams playing just like this. The Mazala will work with the fullback to release this player here. If Mazala might release this player here as well, the inside forward, or you can play with an advanced forward through the transition. The fullback Mazala releases this player as well. So this is how I set up. And this CM on attack will just become a factor in the final third. So this is the second tactic that we received. Okay, now I'm going to look at some of the other tactics that were submitted, right? So, time out. We're going to look at the tactics that got submitted today. Okay, we got 4 here. But this time I'm not going to download, I'm not going to test all the tactics. I mean, I think you guys have seen it, right? So we're going to play with some of these tactics instead. Okay, 7-zip, extract files, the Dropbox, tactics, BYT. Okay, there we go. All right, now let me put in the tactics. BYT. Today is number 53. Okay. So we've got total recoil. What a name. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I would strongly suggest you take a look at the tactics tester, man. Now, if you want more accurate, you may want to do it a few times, but it should give you a pretty decent idea of the tactic. Now, this tactic on the whole is not that bad. DLP will hold his position. Volante moves forward. Wingback is going to keep up with him. Yeah, okay. I see that. Inside 4 going this way. Pocho pinning a play or 2 down. AM is just going to shuttle, so you want a really good playmaker here. Counter press. You can do a counter press or you can uncheck it. It's not the end of the world. But I would probably do this actually. I'll probably play high up and prevention of goalkeeper distribution. That's how I would set it up. Okay. On the whole, this is a very central attacking tactic. It needs these wingbacks to get up the pitch. If these wingbacks don't get up, these inside forwards don't get you much. They don't do much damage, right? So here, keeping the ball is actually very important as you transition from here to somewhere here. And then when it gets into this position, these guys have to deliver those crosses from deep. Yeah, I'll just add this. Cross this. You want them to cross from deep, okay? So they don't, because you kind of want the crosses to come from here, right? So I think, I mean, we can play without. Yeah, we'll just play this game. Let's see how it goes. No, this is the wrong league. Okay, we're gonna go to Palermo. It's like wondering what's going on, man. BYT test, no total tag. Where in the world did I do that last one? BYTOM, there it is. All FM tag 20. Yeah, a lot of tactics they use in FM 20, they still work. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that you should be able to use most of your tactics. If they were decent in older versions of Football Manager, they should be decent now. Okay. All right, I don't know who we are playing with. We just quick pick, go into the game. All right. We're not running the total tactics tester this time. I mean, you guys should be able to. All you got to do is the Discord link. The total Discord link is in the description of the video in case you are not there. But I think most of you are members already. So if you go there, you can, come in here. Where is it? Help request. Yeah, there you go. The save file. And if you don't know if you need help, I've done a simple video. Like it's a private, just for this channel. Yeah. So yeah, it's a legacy thing I wanted to do so that in the future, when you guys, in case I stop making content or something happens to me, at least then all the secrets are out. Right? How does he make those tactics? Yeah, every secret is out now. You now know how I make tactics. Like the old days, this is how I did it. How do you think Scramjet was born? How do you think Diablo was born? All these great tactics were all done like that. They were tested under conditions similar to what's been done here. See, this tactic, I don't believe that this tactic needs too many changes. I'm going to make some small changes, but it should be semi-decent because the only issue with your tactic is this. Because you got inside forwards, your wingbacks need to get up the pitch to deliver those early crosses. That's it. Either they deliver the early crosses or you hit teams on the transition. So what we've done is, all right. So here we go. This guy, we're going to add the early cross from deep. Cross from deep. Okay. mix, hit early. Yep, this is fine. You actually don't need, I mean, you don't need this, okay? Yeah, that's it. Keep it simple, right? Yeah, you can actually go direct passes. Very fairly right. Yeah. Drop your tempo. Be more disciplined. I say less team instructions, I'm putting more. Just look, less is more in this game. You don't need to have 100 team instructions. Oh, what a wild shot. See, I'm not a big fan of high pressing, but we'll see what happens. Now, if the team is attacking us quite a fair bit. But we stay in this nice little block, and then we hit on the counters straight away. That's it. So you do get counter attacks. It's not like you don't get counter attacks, right? You still get, but now you get guaranteed counter attacks. This is how I call AI generated counters. Everybody's on an attacking mentality. Everybody suddenly went to very attacking mentality. Because that's what happens when an AI generated counter attack. All the mentalities of the players are jacked. So now we've got those wingbacks in positions where if they deliver the cross, they deliver it earlier. They don't go down the byline. If you want them to go down the byline, of course you can. You just play ball into box. That's it. And play low crosses. Or mix will still do. Yeah. Why should everyone submit? Exactly. You don't need to submit tactics anymore, man. Just use the total tactics tester. You don't need to give me your tactics anymore. Just use the total tactics. That's why it's made just for you. Right? So if I die tomorrow, you got something that's a legacy of mine. You can go and, make your own tactics. You don't need me anymore. You can go make your own tactics now. Yeah, man, go make your own tactics. Go use the total tactics tester. Don't bother me anymore. I've been banging my head for the last 2 years now, thinking of what would be the best way to do it. Then it's a good thing I started taking part in all these draft mode competitions. Then I made a lot of new friends. And so I shared this with a couple of the guys I played draft mode with, and I told them the situation what I wanted, right? What I wanted to do. So I gave them this scenario, and one of them said it might be possible. Then, so I created a group. I created a chat group, and then it went from there. And yeah, it took a while, but it was finally done, and I'm happy. So yeah, the total tactics tester should help you guys out. So that tactic, see what we did? We didn't do too much. All right. You can have a prevent. You can do prevent shot wheel. You don't need to actually. So it's a very simple setup. In fact, I didn't even do this, right? Yeah, it's a very simple tactic. So you can actually drop the tempo. You can do this dribble less. These guys cross from deep. Here, and cross from deep. It's a reasonable tactic. But go and use the total tactics tester. It will still do quite well against most sides, this tactic. But in order for it to do well, it's got to get up and attack them. But right now what it's doing is sitting back and hitting a lot of the sides. So if you want to, do well against other teams, right? And you're thinking, man, I want to control matches. You got to do this, work ball into box. Counter press, counter, and play in opposition thirds. But that is a bit risky, right? So you don't know? Just do this first. Work like that. That's it. Simple. So, don't want that? Do this. Minimize TIs as far as you can. Right? Yeah. It's the easiest way to play this game. Come up with 2 or 3 sets of TIs. I want to chase the game. TIs. I want to control the game, TIs. I want to counter attack, TIs. That's it. 3. That's all you need in this game. Okay, next one we got WPN. This is your tactic. Oh, I love this tactic, man. Don't change it. Please don't. Let's see what you got. Let's see how close it is to mine. Don't do this. Okay, all right, stay wider. I get it. You know, you want him to stay in this pocket. It can work. It can work. It can work, but he'll be in this position, and then CM receives the ball. Yeah, I see where he can come wrong. This is a bit aggressive. I mean, this is a very aggressive 4-3-1-2. It can work. That's very aggressive. I mean, you can do it in a different way as well. You can do it like this. False 9. Something you can do something like this as well. Carrillo, fullback. Carrillo can change his role to a Mez. In fact, mine is Mazala's in there. Okay, these guys, you know, they here. If you have a Mazala, don't pull your F9. Then you go back to your target forward and support, or you can double. You can do a double AF like this. But if you want a target forward, that's fine as well. So you got a target forward going wide, and then you can have like a Mazala working with him. You don't need to overcommit, right? The Mazala working with him, and then the two of them can combine. Yeah. But in this situation, you don't get a splitting of the defenders. So there'll be times when he is handled by 2 defenders. That's the only downside. If you do something like advanced forward combination, you'll have 2, both of them. I personally like this. I will never go CM. I will share with you my 4-3-1-2. My 4-3-1-2 is this. This is my 4-3-1-2. This is what I'm doing. This tactic beat the Elite League, finished champion of the Balanced League. It cleaned out the whole competition. The only thing it didn't win was the Underdogs League, because against it conceded too many goals. Right. So it was a 1-1, 1-1-2-3. So I couldn't submit the tactic. So I was very close to breaking the game with this tactic. So this is how I would set up. But this is a very aggressive setup. Right? This is a very aggressive setup. But you can also do something like this. Target forward. Right? Target forward attack. Stay wider is fine. Right? And then you got a Mazala with the target forward working together. Fullback. Then this can be an attacking midfielder on attack. So you get this triple threat. In attack, they will put a lot of teams on the defense. Then you can play a Carrillo here or a Mazala here. I would play roles that you can even play a CM on support. That's fine. Yeah, so you can do that. But since you got focus play to the middle, if you got focus play to the middle, go with the Mazala and go with Mazala or Carrillo, because you're using this to influence the way your players come together. This is your mistake. Okay, don't do this. You can do something like very narrow, come up to here. The reason why you don't want slightly shorter, like too short, is you want them to play those longer passes sometimes. Like this guy will play longer pass, this guy can play the longer pass, this guy can play the longer pass, this guy can play the longer pass. This is actually a very good 4-3-1-2. Okay, tackle hard. Okay, move into channels, that's fine. Take more risks. Yeah, close down more. Yep. It's almost the same as mine. Yeah. AMPIs are fine. Take more risks, move into channels is fine. I mean, I would probably take this one off. You got this guy moving into channels, you got this guy moving into channels. Why do you want him to move into channels? If he moves into channels, then you got all 3 of them moving into channels. So leave him alone. Right? This guy is going to give the opposing DM a problem. These 2 roles give the opposing defenders a problem, right? So this is the options that you have. Yeah, so you can set up like this. This will be good. I think that this is pretty decent. Yeah. But go give it a go and try it out. This is probably solid, man. Okay, let's say OEM is in the end. Let's go to the next game. Let's say in ATN. We're gonna make tweaks as we play the game. I have no idea whether this team. I think this team can pull it off. My FM knowledge is your legacy. Been playing since 03, but only found you around FM. So that's when I up my game and say, oh man, cool man. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try target forward, advance forward, okay, that's it. In fact, this gun we just play central defender. Okay, we don't want them too far back. Okay. I don't want to create that thing that they do, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean that thing that they do. Force up, no, we're gonna do it the other way. Why do you want to cut out a flash? You got all these players in the center. Flip it. Don't play like narrow, play wide. Yeah. Do it the opposite. Don't do the thing. Prefer foot for Bazala. Ideally, both of them should be dual-footed, but I would probably play... You can play a right-footed guy here, a left-footed guy here. Put a right foot here, put a left foot here. Okay, let's see what we get, okay? We got left foot here. We got left foot. We got two left-footers. Shit, okay. Do you have somebody else? Amadou got... Does he... Okay, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of flair, but... There, Benedetto. Kevin Strootman. Nah, he's left-footed as well. Okay, we're gonna play... All these players all on a leave, man. Yeah. Okay, I played Amadou here. What's Tolisso? Tolisso likes to switch ball to wide areas. What is this? Flair, passing. Okay, what's this guy? Amadou, right-footed, no flair. Okay, put you here. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens. When do you need to? It's not a question of need. It's not a question of that. It's a question of why, right? Why would you? Okay, I would love to use fullbacks instead of wingbacks because fullbacks will pass the ball when there's a block, and then you got other roles beside them that can play. If you need the guy to dominate the flank on his own, and you don't have a lot of players in close support, it's a wingback. If you want the guy to work in combination with other roles that you know are going to be next to him, fullback. So you get a crossing monster. Okay. All right, let's go. That's how you set it up. Okay, let's see what happens. But one thing about 4-3-1-2 is, right, they can concede a shite load of goals, man. If your players are, like, if your side players, they can't tackle, right, good luck to you, man. You got to concede a lot of goals. You better make sure your players can defend on the flanks. Look at that, man. Early morning, we're already putting pressure on this other team. Okay. There we go. Picks out the ball. Amawi out to Tolisso to Paye. Paye looks for the first pass. That's our attacking playmaker. It's dropped so deep. Did I play attacking playmaker or is it an AM? Yours AM, okay. All right. I prefer attacking playmaker, but never mind. If we play a playmaking kind of a person there, he'll play like a playmaker. I prefer attacking playmaker. Hey, this is slowly turning into my 4-3-1-2, man. Okay, I'm going to change it to my 4-3-1-2. This is my 4-3-1-2. I can use this guy. Focus play to the middle. Yeah, okay. Shorter. Yeah, okay. Hit early cross. Okay. Roll out this with footballs. Counter press. We leave it alone. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. TM. Advance forward. Mazala. TM. Did you see that? Let me roll it back for you. Yeah, this is a hell of a combination. Okay. Right now is the thing is, the reason why this combination works is because you got a fullback, a Mazala. When you put a fullback and a Mazala together, there are so many permutations for your attacking pattern. The best one I like is fullback, Mazala, advance forward. But you can also do fullback, Mazala, TM, fullback, Mazala, pressing forward. So these are the three ones I like. So watch this, okay? Target man, right? So target man is the ball. Pump. Advance forward, right? Plays it back. Who does he play back to? Mazala. He's got fullback next to him. Okay, doesn't need to. He's got options. Drills one over there. For me, I love the 4-3-1-2. I adore the 4-3-1-2, but this is basically my 4-3-1-2 at the moment. Okay, see the combination, releasing the other one, advance forward is inside the house. You are going to score a lot of goals, man. And sometimes you'll concede a lot of goals too, because you're like a fly by the wire attacking team. There's a lot of passion in your football. So what he can do, I know it's crazy, man. So what I'd like to do sometimes is do this. I go wider. Because you got focus play to the middle, right? The three guys are gonna come close together, right? But what happens when the focus play to the when you go wider? The wing backs are further away. The full backs are further away. Target man. The only thing I don't like about the target man is because he's always gonna look for some reason to like hit it down for somebody else. So you gotta think to yourself, what are the combinations? That's one of the reasons why I changed mine too. This. Now, officially, this is my tactic. Yeah. This is the weakness of the 4-3-1-2, right? Because you're always going to have a situation where you're going to have to defend balls over the top. And yeah, I see why you did a cover, but the basic thing is what you want is good defenders, that's all. So Mazala, combination, right? The fullback is not far away. Fullback, again, is in position. So you're always going to be putting pressure on teams. Yeah. All right, so that's it. So you can play this in many, many setups. Like, how you want to set up how you want to set this up is entirely up to you. Okay, so now we're going to change this guy. I don't know. We're going to take players off. Akudu Milik, I think I'm off. Yeah, it will definitely work in FM after the patch, yeah. Because the patch just made certain roles even more stronger. I'm currently advocating that people basically learn how to set up their TIs for different styles of football. That's it. See the combination now. That's the reason why I have a attacking playmaker in that position instead of an AMA. You want a really sweet 4-3-1-2, you put AP there. Don't put an AM there. I'm dissecting my favorite tactic right now, which is kind of sad. It's out in the open. Okay, they gotta take off Colado and put somebody else there. But this is the way you can set it up. What about the thing about the 4-3-1-2 is you can flip it to a 4-1-3-2 after that. Oh, that's even sweet. So you can always go like attacking and then go defensive, right? So this guy can drop here, this guy can drop here. So the D Bowler can become a DM, and then this guy can become AP in this central position. And then you got this guy just pinging balls over the top. Yeah, we didn't win, but yeah, I just showed you the different ways you can set it up. Okay, let's look. We got other tactics to look at now. How are we playing PSG next game? So once again, my advice is go to the Discord here, pick up this file, and try your tactics out. There are lots of, I mean, there are people here who's you can have discussions here if you want, and then, you know, I mean, I'm amazed, man. This is a crazy, look at that, man. Since I did the video, holy cow, this is just an incredible number of people who joined this server. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy the safer, man. No, man, Danny. No, patch won't ruin the tactic. Patches, they won't. I mean, they shouldn't, right? They shouldn't. They shouldn't ruin a tactic. Unless yeah, I have had tactics get ruined, but those are tactics that were, okay, I won't be shy to admit it, exploiting the match engine. So if I was exploiting a match engine and they patched it with a patch, yeah, then damn it, it's spoiled. But then, who wants to play a broken game? Right? So we got, Backbiter 433. Hey, perfect time, man. Let's play against PSG. His tactic. We're gonna put it through the grinder. We are playing the team PSG. Okay, quick pick. Again, I'm not doing anything like, oh, we're gonna try something funky with this tactic. No, we just quick pick. Complete forward. Nice. Complete forward is still a very good rule. But you got Mazala, right? I think you got a Mazala in your tactic. I'm not sure, but I think you got a Mazala. Okay. Okay, let's go. Extended, see more of this. And off we go. I mean, I didn't change my skin. It's because I play fantasy draft, right? So every time I play fantasy draft, I got to change my skin. Oh man, we conceded the first goal. Set pieces. I don't know if you've done your set pieces. Okay, I want to see your set pieces. The set pieces, right? They go very easy to set up. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Wait, why do I don't get this? Why do people put their defenders so far out? We don't need to, right? So just something keep them in their natural defensive positions. All right. Keep that. Why is the AMR here? What defending can he do from the far? I don't know. I don't care whether the defender is like a natural in that position. Just do what is the natural positions when they are playing. Right? So that's how you set it up. Yeah, so they don't break formation, they don't break shape. So generally in most tactics the DM can win the ball, right? If you can't mark a top player, then do something. Go back is zonal marking. They can do is also you can issue a man marking instructions. Alright, player mark. This guy can player mark. Okay, then go to the other side. This guy can player mark. So they're completely man marking. I mean, you can do like a complete man marking or you can do a mix of both. All right. I personally prefer a mix of both, but we're going to see what happens here. Hey, Mikael, how are you, man? Yeah, no worries. We changed the throw inside pieces, we get a highlight. That's like a bonus, no? You done something right. Nice! Not bad. I like the movement on and off the ball. That's pretty nice. Okay. Go, go, go. Yes! Love the press. Love the support. See all the roles in support? That tells me this tactic is fundamentally sound. I don't have to change. There's nothing to change. They're holding their position. Okay. That's a press. Hold. Okay, nice. See this? They don't all go stupid pressing. Everybody doesn't move out, right? So the lanes are actually quite shut. Right? Only thing is, okay, we change one thing. I get them to sit tighter on the player. So when you do a press, they move in. You got these guys tracking, okay? Get stuck in, okay, fine. I can, yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Okay, it's a fairly aggressive tactic. Minimizes PIs and TIs. In fact, like, you don't have to do the... yeah, like I said, counter press is not entirely necessary. Yeah. Yeah, position always good. It's from my routine from my video. Okay. Yeah, you have to keep I have to keep changing them all the time. Hey John Smith, how are you, man? Oh no! We could have scored that goal, it was just offside. Hey, now you don't have to do I don't have to do bring your tactics anymore. Now I've given you the tactics tester. You can do your own bring your tactics. With yourself, even. I can do my own bring my tactics. I can analyze your tactic. Yeah, give me the tools, man, now. I just hope that, yeah, I just hope you find it useful. That's all. Yeah. Bang. Ah, good work, but then. Good work. Okay. I don't see who he's marking though. Who's he marking? Mark specific position. Defender. But the defender is still getting the ball. Alright. The defender is still getting the ball. There's defenders are still picking up the ball. Look, see here. Okay, now we look at this guy, right? Okay. The problem is when you do this specific position marking, we gotta do this, right? Because they are not preventing them from receiving the ball at the moment. They're not, because your line of engagement is quite deep, right? So your position, you're telling them to mark those fullbacks, but by the time they are actually marking those fullbacks, the fullbacks have already released the ball. So what's the point, right? So if you want to do this opposition marking where you mark fullbacks, you got to try and do it high up the pitch, right? Preventing them from playing the ball out. That's when that opposition is, that's when that PI makes sense. If you put that PI with a low line of engagement, then you are actually taking your own inverted wingers and your wingers out of the defensive equation, because it's not going to be helping you until it's too late. Right? By then they're all chasing after goals, or they're marking somebody and not really helping you out, because then your fullbacks are going, hey, what are you doing? What are you marking him for? The ball is here. That kind of thing. Right, so I would probably, like, if I wanted to do that OI setup, it really only works if you're playing high up the pitch, right? This, like this. Then you might as well prevent short goalkeeper distribution, do this. Right, then you're very aggressive. Then these guys are always on the opposition team. Right. So now we've got this guy tight marking. He's always going to be close. There we go. So it makes it very hard for him to work the ball, right? So we get them. There we go again. So it doesn't make it easy for these guys to get the ball. The tight marking on the fullback when the opposition player is in his position, they're gonna make it much harder for them to work opportunities. And then if now you got your opposition instruction, you got your PIs, right? So your PS triggering when they have possession of the ball, but very early now, which is what we want to do. So this is how I set it up. This PI setup is more suitable if I wanted to play a very aggressive game. Now, if your low line of engagement, which is you want to do counter attacks, right? Then what I would do is I will remove this. Okay. Like this, right? This is what you were doing just now. I relieve the pass into space first. Yeah. This is different. So now I got a low LOE. I remove the marking. So those guys will track back. See now? They're going to track back. See? This guy now? This he wasn't doing earlier. Right? Okay? He was not doing this earlier. So, I mean, this, he's doing it now. So rather, what am I saying? We're waiting for the next transition. This is still what he's doing right now. What I want him to do is slightly different. Which is when we lose the ball, we want the shit to fall back as well. I mean, just shit. This guy is injured. Asking him to be a defender. Okay, now we see the difference. See that now? Okay, they've got a throw, but look at where all these players are. They're gonna hold they're gonna try to be like a block for you now. Instead of what you had earlier, which is you lose the ball and then you go type mark somebody. Now your players are in nicer positions for you to do this kind of like, let's get the ball and hit again. Okay, so there we go. Right, they're not going to mark the fullback anymore. Right, so they're very loosely set up. It helps you. It also helps with your counter attacks as well. Okay, see that? Okay, you see where he's gone? So he's also gonna help you right now. So remove counter press. You don't need counter press in a if I wanted a low line of engagement with counter attacking, I'll remove counter press in a heartbeat. I don't need counter press. Because my players are already in a low block. Why do I need them to, I want the discipline of like, that Arrigo Sacchi kind of discipline, right? Which is, let's keep our shape, Let's force the other team to work their way around it. Even when we have the ball, we don't go mental trying to win the ball back. So you leave them with these kind of chances only, right? So they have to shoot from outside the box. Even if they work a chance, they've got to crack one because they don't have enough space to create goal scoring opportunities. If our players have a link between them, they have a partnership. If it's a broken link, means the partnership is a poor one. If there's like a nice green link, it means that the partnership is a very strong one. He scored a goal. Okay, now we go to key highlights. That was a good goal, man. From that useless Neymar. Players are BPD, all playing poorly. But we lost a defender already. We don't have enough defenders in this squad, man. Ooh, like the idea, but yeah, on the break they get their chances. This is like a counter attacking 4-3-3. It just means that they have formed a good partnership. Doesn't mean they will play better together. It just means that they are playing well together. Right? Sometimes you will see a broken line. It just means that they have been playing. Sometimes you can have a tactic that's been working fantastically for an entire season, right? They will have nice blind partnerships. Then you could go on a bad run, 5 games, and you start losing, and then the blinds become broken. Does it mean that they don't play together anymore? It just means that they are going through a bad patch, man. That's all. You address your tactic, the green line becomes a good line again. I wouldn't aim for something like, oh, my tactic has to be that. But if you win a lot of games, it'd be perfect. You just go through a bad run. It could be the same tactic. Give you broken lines and good lines. That's it. Yeah, broken lines and complete lines. Yeah. It just shows you the current state of the partnership between those players in those positions. That's it. So if you De Maria. So yeah, I mean, like, I personally, when I create this kind, I mean, I'm not saying much, but you should try this out in the tactics tester, right? You should try this out in tactics tester, because I personally don't like a 4-3-3 that's set up like that. I mean, you might, but I don't, man. Because for one thing, those guys, those higher ups here, they're not really gonna come back and help you defend until it's too late. Okay, next tactic. But I know you are sharp enough to know what you want from your tactics. But I recommend trying the other version of that. Yeah. I will remove counter press first. Yeah. Go counter. Then I will use a role that is not an inverted winger. I'll use a winger. Because your problem right now is when you're on the counter attack, some of your roles are, okay, you can go inverted winger, advance forward. Then you got 2 guys looking for 1 player. Also, that's also a possibility. So here you got a complete forward, right? He does everything. So maybe you want to play a low block, then I'll go advance forward. Here a winger. This one could be this one also could be a winger on attack. Rather a winger on attack. It's a much more simpler setup where I'm attacking them straight off, right? But Mazala, counter-attacking tactics, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Mazala attack. Like going into this area, what do I want him to do? Dribble? Like all the way? I'd rather get him to release the ball earlier with combinations, combinations with this guy, and this guy, so that we can unlock space for these two. All right. Let's look at the next one. Oh no. We have positive 4-3-1-2. Hey, how many 4-3-1-2s have we got, man? Another 4-3-1-2. Car, box to box, wing back, wing back. Okay. The only thing I don't like about this tactic, okay, we can play it, it can work. And no, don't get me wrong. Wing backs can work in a 4-3-1-2. But you should try it out and see how well it works. I personally prefer the fullback on attack, because then they pass inside and they go down the line. Counter press, low line of engagement. Man, you are bold. And you want them to go down the flanks. They are going to go down the flanks anyway, because it's not like you got a lot of players down the flanks. So now you're telling these players, just want you to stay together and let them go down the flanks and deliver crosses. So unless you got a lot of good defenders, right? I wouldn't recommend this. I would recommend the opposite. Don't let them go down the flanks, because that's all you got, man. Get these guys to do the tackling for you in midfield. So get this guy to hard tackle. Alright, get these guys to mark tight. Yeah. Mark tight, they're fine. Get these guys to apply pressure as well. They just have to tackle harder. I mean, you just want them to be a nuisance for opposition players, that's all. Right. Tackle harder makes them a nuisance. There's nothing worse than having a player that wants to, basically put you to the ground, man. Use a BPB. Use a B. Box to box midfielder is not bad. Yeah. In that 4-3-3, a Regista also is not a bad idea. Yeah, because it's so deep, you can move the whole unit up. All right, let's see. So we are going to just play with wingbacks. Now, the thing about wingbacks is this: they bomb down the flanks. So sometimes they try too much on their own, and then you'll see poor ratings, which is the reason why I personally prefer fullbacks. Fullbacks, much more nicer. But if you play against a weaker team and you want to dominate with wingbacks, right? Then, yeah, you see that. You just saw the boys lose the ball, right? They just lost the ball. It doesn't really happen with fullbacks so much, because fullbacks always look for the opportunity to release somebody. So they always look for a passing opportunity. If he goes to the wingback now, he's gonna go. Then yes, he plays this. The guy runs. Then the striker is left out, and then the wingback now comes back. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, I never say this tactic is a bad one. The dynamics are very different. That's all. The dynamics are very different this tactic. So we go again, right? Ball, mark tight, boom. Oi, why are you so slow? Okay, gets in. Oh, nice. Lovely defending from the defender. Plays out of the wing back. Wing back, looks back. Okay, gives it DM. DM, ball playing defender. That should be a ball playing defender. If you don't have one, it should be a ball playing defender. Okay, there he goes. He goes into the channels, right? That's it. So what is the wingback doing? The wingback is not helping us transition the ball up the pitch. Instead, he's just looking to release this player. Yeah. So change him to a fullback on attack. Because these are wingbacks on support. They're not going to drive down the line, right? So we got fullbacks on support. That's it. Simple, dynamic change. Because those wingbacks, all they do is that we are on support. What we're going to do is we're going to give the ball to the guy in front and let him to worry about it. Which is not something that how a 4-3-1-2 should play. So we lost the ball in transition because of this wingback. Okay, so now we changed them to fullbacks instead. Because I just did a wingback. I just did a 4-3-1-2 earlier. Alright, now we want to chase the game. There's no point doing a lower line of engagement. Alright, we got a... hit the early cross. All right, we got rolls in the final third. We want a goal back, so we're gonna now taking the game to them. Pep Guardiola is City tactical replication. Oh, okay, yeah, for this season, the one they're playing this season, I might. Yeah, there's so many other people who are doing tactical replications. I mean, I might try. See that difference now? We are transitioning the ball, but I don't think we're going to be stupid about it. Look at this, right? Okay, now to play the ball, goes back. Fullback is in a very good position. He attacks the lines as well. He attacks the space down the line, the space down the flanks. And we're not playing at the lower line of engagement. We play much higher, so there's a different dynamic to our attacks. But I'm going to say this right now. 4-3-1-2 as a counter-attacking system with low line of engagement, don't even bother. Okay, you want to do that? Play a 4-1-3-2. That's my solid opinion for you. Of anybody who wants to take a 4-3-1-2 and turn into a counter-attacking system. You want to play counter-attacking, flip it to a 4-1-3-2. Same thing. You're just moving one guy into a DM slot, one guy into an EM slot, right? So your dynamics are almost the same, except you got players in deeper positions, so it becomes a deep block, right? Look at where the fullback is now. The fullback is a crossing monster with the right roles and duties around him. If you use a wingback on attack, then he bombs down the flank. He takes players on. It's not a bad option, but you're gonna have to, make sure that you have to be looking at the transition to see whether he's, actually beating players or not. Now, the only challenge here with this tactic is going to drift into the same tactic that I made earlier, which is we're not really utilizing the flanks very well. You want to utilize the flanks really well, use Mazalas. That's my personal opinion. I think for 4-3-1-2, go-to is a Mazala. But it does make you slightly weak. Yeah. But yeah, I go Mazala. Again, then we end up with the same tactic that I made just now, right? Double with Mazalas either side. And then you get this. Because Mazalas will look to release players all the time. Yeah. Oh man, not like that guy. Colado Gonzalez. Oh, nice. Okay, we desperately want to get Equalizer. Okay, Ronge is a DLP. Plays it back. Now that's a Mazala. What does he do? He plays it. Okay, that's the thing, right? Now you got DLP DLP Mazala. Not exactly primo team. Yeah, so we're gonna we're not gonna give the Mazala an excuse to you know, not do his work. I was thinking of something intelligent to say. Mez, now you got two creators, one guy just anchoring, and now you got a setup where the Mazalas are expected to do the creation. No chance, man. Okay, can go to key highlights now. So now we slowly morph this, right? So we got this guy is taken out. Now ball playing defender comes up. Gives it to the DM. Okay, there we go. AM, Mazala, back to ball playing defender. DM, gives it another. I think that's the AP. Now that is a transition. That's all we needed. Simple fix. Because, you see, the thing is, you have to look at where your attacks are going to come from. And this tactic is a 4-3-1-2 is going to be down the flank. So you need to get those roles working together in good combinations. So that, for me right now, the primo numero uno combination is a fullback, Mazala, and an advance forward. Or in this case, the target forward. They can work, right? So it's the best combination right now. Unfortunately for us, defending corners is not our strong suit. But heck, man, I don't care about set pieces. Because we can see it. We're not looking at set pieces at the moment. Let's take out one of our underperforming, useless players here. Hopefully, we got somebody who can play here. We'll put this guy, he's a target man. Okay, well, why don't we just go, the full Monty? Put two of them up there. We want to win this game, man. Okay, that's it. Okay. Hey. Fullback gets inside to deliver the cross. Uh-oh. Offside. It's a good move, but it's offside. But we came close. Just have to make a few tweaks. But going back to your tactic, remove this. Don't go wing back. Go fullback, attack. You see, whenever you create this kind of tactics, which I call them narrow tactics because they have nobody else on the flanks, right? You want these roles to dominate the flanks, not pussyfoot the challenge and pass the buck to another player. Because what support duties will do is they'll pass the buck. They're gonna give the ball. They're gonna play one down the line and expect this guy to do something about it. But the idea here is you don't want him running out too early. If he runs out too early, then you lose. You're gonna end up with a bad transition. So what you really want is somebody to dominate the flank. Either he takes on players as a wingback attack and just, he's a world-class wingback that can beat players on his own, or you play a fullback on attack. So it's one or the other. But that would be the setup. In fact, for you, the only thing here is to change this. 4-3-1-2s typically are not counter-attacking tactics. You want to do a counter-attacking one, then just do this. A 4-3-1-2 and a 4-1-3-2 are just cousins. Right? They're just cousins. That's all. They're brothers. Okay, I was going to say something really stupid, like something really, really stupid. I just decided to keep my mouth shut. Okay, I was about to say something stupid, but keep it to myself. Okay, so you can play it the same way. Yeah, see, look at that. 4-3-1-2, 4-1-3-2. You just 3 goes here. Yeah, it's not so bad. This is almost a similar technique, you know. So you can have a defensive tactic. It's perfect. Yeah, so this is how I would set it up. If you want to be defensive, it works really well. It's the first super it's the first super system I ever made for the game of Football Manager. The 4-1-3-2, 4-3-1-2 is actually I like that. Oh, the super system. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's add any more tactics. I think yeah, we've done all of them, man. Let's just check Discord. Yeah. That's it, guys. We've covered all the tactics on today's show. So once again, don't forget, if you want to try your tactics out, oh, got lots of people joining the server. This is fantastic. Plenty of you joining the server, which is great. Don't forget, there is a help channel here. This is where you go to get your file. If you don't know what you're doing with the total tactics test, all you need to do is just, click on this link. And then I'll just click on this link, we'll see what happens in this link, right? Oh my God, there's an advertisement. Yeah. Yeah, we do want to cover our costs, somewhere or other. And that's me. This is my children's reaction when they see me. Oh my God, it's Daddy. Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy. Really? Wow. That's what I look like? God, I look terrible. Okay, so, yeah, I'm still talking. And I should get, what the hell's wrong with me? Why do I keep talking so much? Can you cut to the chase? Seriously, is this what are you gonna do the whole way? Thank you very much. Yeah, I gotta talk to myself about getting to the point quickly. Okay. Oh yeah, I explain all this. Yeah, I explain all this. I explain all this. Explain all this. I explain all this. Of course, I explain all this. Yeah. And that's how I use the tactic. Yeah, good. Wow, the timing of the music was so good, man. It said game over. So I want to thank everybody for popping in today's stream. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. And yeah, if you want to get to use the total tactics tester, all you got to do is this is the Matrix, man. There's 2 of us. Let's play them both together. You gotta get confused, baby. There's 2 of us. Yeah. There's me over there, and there's me over here. Okay, but I want to thank everybody for coming in. I'm definitely starting to act a bit strange. It's not a good sign. It's definitely not a good sign. So if you have any more questions, you guys know where to find me on Discord. Guys, stay safe, take care of each other. Once again, I want to thank you for your support. See you again. Bye-bye.